Good morning. You are watching 21Alive News Now with meteorologists Caleb Saylor and Chris Daniels. We're starting you off with a beautiful look across Fort Wayne from our Skyview network of cameras. This is our tower camera right here at Television Park off of Butler Road. Chris, I've got to be honest, this morning, even though I'm a meteorologist,
It's true.
Walked out of the gym and I just saw this sky nice and clear, just a few clouds. It was kind of unexpected for me, at least anyway. I know that we were going to have some clearing, but I didn't expect the morning to be this nice. And it does look like we're going to see this at least for the next couple of hours before the weather starts to change, correct?
Yeah, I think this clear weather is going to hold through maybe the noon or 1 o'clock hour. There are some clouds back out to the south and to the west, but it's a beautiful day to start as we take a look at some of the highway cameras. And we do see mainly clear skies right now, but the clouds are back just to the west, and we'll show you where those are here coming up here in the next couple of minutes. But we've got the sunshine, and it's looking good. So we're going to be seeing some very pretty weather here as we go through the next couple of hours. But things are going to be changing in a hurry. In fact, we're going to be seeing some storm threats moving in later on tonight. We take a look at what's happening here. And this is the severe weather outlook. It's on a scale of 1 to 5, and you can see for tonight, we're kind of split in between the two areas. We've got the area 1 from Fort Wayne up to Michigan, and then the biggest threat will only be area 1, actually. Yesterday we were in area 2, but today 0 to 1, splitting our television area right there today. Back to the south and to the west, south of Indianapolis, you can see a little stronger chance of showers and storms coming up here during the next 12 hours. This is going to be happening later on tonight. Again, there's a closer look at what the threat actually is. It's a low threat here in the Fort, Auburn, Angola, a little bit higher, not substantially higher, but a little bit higher from Huntington to Decatur, out to Wabash, and then down toward Grant County around Marion and on over to Portland. These are for storms possible later on tonight. And when I say later on tonight, that's not the most conducive time for thunderstorms. We look for instability in the atmosphere so those thunderstorms can build and develop. Nighttime is generally a more stable environment, so the threat of storms just under that one condition will be a little bit less than if it occurred during the afternoon. There's how it looks right now. I know it doesn't look very impressive. There are some showers and storms back out over eastern Iowa. You can see we're under clear skies right now, but here comes this cloud bank, the initial cloud cover, already moving into around Wabash County, out toward spreading into Kosciuszko County as well. Generally speaking, our clouds will start out thin during the next couple of hours, and they'll thicken as the day goes along. We're not going to see any rain during the daylight hours, though. It's just too far away right now. We'll be seeing mainly dry conditions, but an increase in clouds as we go through the afternoon. So it's very beautiful right now, but it may get a little bit cloudier as the day goes along. Future track is saying about the same thing. Those clouds slowly spreading in during the next couple of hours. And now we're advancing through the rest of the day. It'll be dry but cloudy for the afternoon. This is at 10:30 tonight. We're going to look at two models. I just want to show you how much model variance exists in our meteorology world today. And it can make the forecast difficult when, for instance, 4 models that we use, they all say something else. It's a very daunting process. This is our future track, our in-house model. It's known as the graph. And it's very aggressive with showers and thunderstorms developing back out to northwest Indiana around 10:30 tonight. As we go through the overnight hours, normally what I would expect because of this time that the showers and storms will weaken as they move from west to east. One model suggests that, one doesn't. Again, our in-house model has a healthy line of showers and storms, more favored where we're in the marginal conditions down towards the south of Fort Wayne, south of Allen County. As this line rolls through, it's still a fairly solid line. This could actually end up just being some very heavy rain as it arrives about 1 a.m. That's the only consistency we have with the modeling is the timing of it. About 1 a.m. or so tomorrow morning with some heavy rain from the fort, from southwest Allen County down toward Bluffton, out toward Hartford City, and then moving eastbound during the rest of the night. Holding together is a pretty good line around 3 a.m., but now it's over in northwest Ohio, east of Defiance, headed toward Toledo, with one last little band of rain over around Portland, and the whole mess out of the way before morning drive. It's not going to be a wet morning drive. You're not going to have to worry about heavy rain tomorrow morning. So that is Model 1. This is a model called the HRRR. It's another one that we use. And even though it shows the timing the same, it shows the actual scenario different. Less activity, fewer thunderstorms, just more heavy rain. I think at the moment this is probably going to be more accurate. Again, I was talking about the timing of the event. This is about between midnight and 2 a.m. The other model had the same timing. So we're pretty certain on that. But the rainfall, the storm chances look lessened on this model as we run through about 1:30 in the morning. You can see some heavy rain, and the storms confined a little bit further to the south of our viewing area, just to the south into looks like approaching northwest Ohio, about 1:30, 2 o'clock, and the main line weakening now as it moves eastbound, which would be expected during the overnight hours. The later timing that you get, the better chance that this will be weakening, because again, the further away from sunset we get, the more stable the atmosphere is, and that is less chance of storms. But again, don't be surprised if we hear some rumbles of thunder later on tonight. Don't be surprised if there are some heavy downpours. Will this be a widespread severe weather event? No, it won't. Winds right now are pretty light. They've been pretty brisk back up over around Detroit, 25-mile-an-hour winds, 22 at Cleveland. But as these storms approach, watch what happens to the winds later on tonight. They'll eventually shift into a more northerly direction as the front comes through, but this is about 11:30 tonight. Winds up to 29 at Warsaw, only 12 in Fort Wayne, but as those showers and some storms come through, we are expecting wind gusts to pick up into the 30s at Columbia City, about 12:50, 1 o'clock. Again, that's about the timing of this front that we're expecting to come through. Fort Wayne winds switching around to the north at around 29. They could be gusty right through tomorrow during the day with those wind gusts into the 20s. After that, we'll improve a little bit with an early shower storm going from late tonight into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow will end up being breezy, but cooler and drier, 57. It's going to be a chilly weekend, and we're talking about frost is likely, especially Sunday morning. That may actually end up being a freeze, a little about 32. 34 for Monday morning. Frost definitely a possibility. And then next week we go mild again. So we have some changing weather, Caleb. We're talking about some showers and storms possible tonight, and then leaving us with chilly, frosty conditions coming up. And I know a lot of the fruit trees are flowering right now. That could be a difficult situation for them. And if you have got the green thumb fever a little bit earlier and you've planted some tender vegetation, look out for the weekend. You probably need to cover those if you want to save them and keep them really going for real. About May 6th or so is about the last frost date we see here around the Fort Wayne area.